Oh, shit.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And his first look is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Pause. I ain't taking them down. Because that's confusing right now, you man. Y'all nigga, man. When he went to that program.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Smith. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Ready. 8 reads.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He ain't gonna know. He just gonna see the lights.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Costello. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, box up.
Okay.
59, Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Out operating from the gun. Costello, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
He snapped with a smart back pitcher. Yeah, with the heart that's in the bottom right.
Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
But what you thought, bitch? I thought you, I don't know if that was, whatever that was, I'm going to tell you right now. I should have done that in the game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
That was the first thing I saw. That bit bigger than the one on PS4.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Yo, what did he look at? Yeah, I said, bigger. I said,
Bro, that shit big as fuck on Facebook. What's wrong? I can see
They'll run for the first time to Devontae Freeman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Go ahead on that one.
don't come back. Don't come back with no sass, man. What you coming back with, Sam?
On 3rd down, Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
Agnew now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Do you know that ain't going to be a yeah, man. Wow.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Yep, you do it. I miss it.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Hey, Orbit.
Third chopper, man.
On third down, Costello. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
I did not win. I did not win.
FBC, you pick your
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. Costello. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
I'm going to tell you, niggas that ain't in no chat party already, like, wonder what the hell that got going on, man.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
That shit right there was sense. She need to get on that confidence.
Now Ito Smith. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
I thought you said it to like a girl or something.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. This is Smith. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Costello forced out to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense and usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who can gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yeah, so make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
You nigga from the west side, I knew you. Bro, all the west side.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Ain't no hurry. Oh, shit.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. 6 guys, go.
Off the play fake. Costello. It's caught. Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Blue draw Porker. Check out. Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 3. Complete to Jones. 7 yards there and a first down.
Timing is everything. They work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the gun, Costello. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
I'm trying to see the audience. I'm trying to see who the audience was.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw.
Why does that matter?
There, those linebackers.
All of this shit is not adding up. It doesn't matter. Why does that matter?
The anticipation, reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
What's going on?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone.
Oh, no, I thought I heard you say that. My fault.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
He was asking about the heart. He was asking about the heart. He was like, oh, you sent it to a girl. That's why you put the heart stuff. He was like, no.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack that offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
He like trying to hide the buddy. He like, fuck that. I can't tell about this buddy.
Down to the 38.
Because they going to ask
2
high
minutes to
metal.
play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Yeah, you should have thought he was coming. Nobody coming. Definitely brought that bitch to the lane.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. To throw on second down, Costello is complete to Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Off play action. Costello. And that's caught by Smith.
He's talking about
It's a pickup of 6.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On the carry, it's Bawden. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
That's who I was.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy
How
carrying
we
the ball.
good? How we got? I'm trying to find a way.
At the 26-yard line.
Okay.
Taking that. She can't do that.
Trying to be no muffin fat.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Costello, and that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard, and as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
You're gonna be mad.
This man crazy.
Mad now. Wanna jump in your shit.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We own them. At 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike.
Here's Ryan to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh.
It's enough of that shit going around. Hard eyes.
Whoa. Pause. Oh, what the fuck going on?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the slant.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's into the clear. inbounds inside the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer.
Who shit was doing that though? Right before half, I planted him the ball. And he come out. Like he came out of some special team or something. He was from the middle of the ball, man. His knee was up, not
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. We gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never. None of my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back.
Generator.
20 of us, that's 20 creams and ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating.
Got some shit.
Don't try my patience.
I don't know if he wanted to start over. I don't know how niggas could do that, though. It was on the 7-6. And this the commissioner.
What's up with that, though?
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Shit right now, and you got his ass whooped online. Nigga tried to play your shelf leg, got his ass touched up.
Oh, one of that nigga running backs did.
Ready, set. 59. Mike's 59. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Five.
On first down, Costello. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Johnson running right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, Costello. Caught by Jones. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Ready.
Looking to throw. Costello. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check 37. Check 36. Trickstone, travel. 5.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Grady Jarrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Ready to break. 45, Mike, 45. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, team 6. Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
A 33-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 20.
What Oh, yeah, so on the street color. Nah, I ain't checking my
23-yard line.
He was brought down by Shane Ray. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Y'all need to have a man-to-man.
This is Johnson. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready. Mike 45. All deck. Topper.
Back to throw. Costello. James has got it. Complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets...
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Go, man.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second down now, it's Smith trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At 25 to Mike. Hey, free players.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Big series right here. Ready?
Off the play fake. Costello. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Looking to throw. Costello. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 7 out of it, but it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a 3rd one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
Ready. 22.
Jones has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Yo. Damn, they ain't give us no motherfucking third.
Ready. You ready? 21.
after the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Smith. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Ready, white 25, white. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, express. Check 99. Check 99. Rush in.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it 21. Spopo to Mike. Mike Spopo. Come to Wild World. We want it. Come. Hey, Delta.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Check. Showing up. Kill. Slam. Go team, spill. He's coming. Double up. Let him go.
Now it's Smith running right. And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he's got some space here. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mighty Blue 80, at 25. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch twist. Shoot.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Ryan finding Julio out wide. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, it's Smith. Shifts by him. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First down, Atlanta.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off play action. Costello. He's got Smith here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Costello. He completes it to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On the ready. Watch the screen, watch the screen. 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombs, hit.
On first down, Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. The left side completion to Jones. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. And he's going to go down. back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Prater's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check, 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 check. 51, sub. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check, check.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, here's Freeman. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's caught. Jones. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence. When in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Past the 20. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Smith. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
You draw Corkins. Bravo.
On 1st and 10, Costello throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down, Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
My shit zooming in and out like that.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Let's get that ball right here. Hey, wahoo! We want this. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
This nigga ain't even shooting at his own.
Yep. Target. Mike, check. 59. Go on. Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Costello. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. Back now at Ford Field as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, baby.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch it.
They'll run it again with Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll toss it to Smith. He's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, bye. Check 26. Shift.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Devontae Freeman, his shiftiness doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Check three.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Ito Smith. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Julio Jones all alone. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His first touchdown of the new season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Ryan. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now this time he'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Picking up a teammate.
Hey, 50. 59 mark, 59. Hey, Echo. 59.
Now it's the backup Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Johnson. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Stafford now to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. It gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Throwing now is Ryan. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This to potentially send us to overtime. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This to potentially send us to overtime. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
I'm trying to see how
so this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Lions, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
got no gun, bro. I ain't got no fire. Who's shooting?
Oh, my bad.
Hey, B, what you got? Hey, hold on, B. What you got? I got to go to our rifle. Why I'm about to... Well, that's it.
You just took my scope.
My first time I said you killed somebody. Come on, BS. You gonna take me to the school. I had to see you kill somebody. Hold on, did B kill? Did